Good evening, tarot card readers of the world. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to get straight into this read. I'm doing a whole new direction. For those of you that are seasoned in this spiritual journey, you will maybe already know your natal charts. Since I learned my natal charts, I have learned more about myself in just a few months than 40 years. So then I learned my North Node, and some of you may already know your North Node. Some of you may ask the question, why you're here? Why are we here? Why? Well, the North Node is actually what you are supposed to be doing in this lifetime. Now, you don't have to believe in past lives. Regardless, you are to follow your North Node. So, that being said, I love these giant cards. They're so big. That being said, I have asked the universe what North Node to read for first. Ironically enough, and I actually did this through my jade pendulum, and oddly enough, it landed on Leo and Aquarius. So this read is going to be for the Leo North Nodes, Aquarius South Node. Your Leo North Node some of you, the wheel is starting to turn. So what I'm getting here it's always love, isn't it? I'll tell you what, the love readings, I mean, you can't get away from them. Some of you guys have an offer right now that you're not seeing. Yeah, so let me organize my thoughts here. There's so many ways I want to go with this. Some of you guys, I'm not even going to say some, I'm going to say all of you. This is for the Leo North Nodes, and if you don't already know, figure out your North Node like I said. But your Leo North Node, you're really meant to step out and shine. You're supposed to step out of your comfort zone of hanging out in the back with the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck now. This is the life you're supposed to step out of your comfort zone and step into the spotlight, more or less. It's time for you to step into your gifts and step into the spotlight. You're coming into or stepping into or already in this form of nothing but the truth. You're tired of even little white lies. You can't even handle that. And this may or may not be between you and a lover, but you know that these things are going to stop or hinder this connection. And it's looking like there might be some opposition, and I'm not sure what this will be, the male or the female, but there's some opposition here with maybe the direction that you're wanting to go with your life or with your business. But with the Leo North Node, And maybe you're even questioning this yourself, it looks like, here with the Six of Wands right here in the middle. The energy that it seems is, you know what you want to do, you're kind of afraid to do it, you're kind of afraid to move forward with it, and you're not getting the support that you thought you were going to get, maybe from this new direction or idea, because you want to be able to make it enough for yourself that you are able to actually share with the world some of the abundance that you know that you deserve and that is on its way. And you're heavily working on this with the Seven of Pentacles here. But you have a lot of swords energy, a little bit of fire energy, but a lot of swords energy. So you've got a lot of information and knowledge that you yourself are trying and wanting to get out there, whether that is through YouTube or whatever social media. And maybe you're already doing this, and maybe you're, with the Seven of Pentacles here, maybe you're kind of thinking or contemplating if it was even a good idea, or it's not going the way that you wanted it to. But I think what the Spirit's saying here is, if you can release all your fears and doubts and unbelief in yourself, because it doesn't matter what other people believe in you, because a lot of times people that are around you, they are going to, I don't want to say put you down, but they're not going to see the same dream or goal or vision that you see. You know, a lot of people just see failure because they don't want to take the risk. Ultimately, what it is they don't want to take the risk. But with your Leo North Node, you are to take the risk. Okay, you're the lion. You are to take the risk. Take the leap of faith. If we keep pulling on these cards, I'm sure the Fool card would show up here, because that's kind of what I'm feeling. Even though the Fool card's not here, I'm feeling that there is a leap of faith that somebody's wanting to take here, and you're not getting. It's that you're not getting the support from maybe your family or your friends that you thought you were going to get. But what the Spirit's saying here is, with that Leo North Node, you are to take the chance. And with your Aquarius South Node, in your past lives was, you know, you were very successful in a group setting, and you would take charge with the group setting, and it was always for, you know, a big humanitarian type thing. So you were really, you sacrificed yourself for everybody else, for the greater good of the whole. And in this instance, one of the few, and this is one of the few signs, actually, North Nodes, that this is what you're supposed to do. And that's literally to, and this has been hard for me, and that's why I thought it's weird that this is the very first North Node reading that I was going to read for. And that's what the pendulum said. I swing it around a clockwise rotation, and I let it go and see what happens. So anyhow, it's hard to go from that because you're so comfortable, you know, growing up in school. And this may be true for any one of you that has this North Node placement. If you think back, you would normally, in a group setting, you would end up doing the majority of the work. You kind of took control because maybe no one else would take control, and you stepped out, and you ended up, you know, maybe even surprising yourself. But at the same time, it was so successful that it ended up putting you in the spotlight, which is not what you wanted. You did not want to be in the spotlight. You did not do this to have a crowd, to draw a crowd. But it happened, and you didn't like it, and you didn't want it anymore. And so you stayed back in the back, and maybe you didn't do that again because you didn't want to be put in the spotlight. And that's why the North Node that's why it pushes you out of your comfort zone. No, you're to go to the spotlight. You're to be into the spotlight, and you are to kind of be selfish almost, kind of be self-centered, kind of understand that that's what you are to do in this lifetime. And there's a really good, I'm going to ramble on more about this than I am the cards almost, because I think this is important for, there's a lot of people here that don't even now understand. Not only do they not understand their natal chart necessarily, but if they do, they don't necessarily know that the North Node is that important. Some people who know their natal charts don't even know that this is their their life path. And what I don't think a lot of people understand is it's not to be taken lightly. I don't know about you, but I don't want to come back. And if I do come back, I want to come back ascended. I want to come back in a better form. I want to come back, whatever is elevated from where I am today. So I am following my North Node. And I, as much as in following reads, I end up following my North Node. I'm rambling again. So, yeah. So, anyhow, I'm rambling on, and we're going to get back to these cards here. You have an intuition about this situation or this idea, this next step in your life, and don't worry about other people and what they think about it, because you're going to step into your North Node in Leo with the number 8 strength card. You're going to step out with all the strength that you need, because remember, we are the magician in this, and we all have all the tools necessary. Excuse me. So the Spirit's saying here, take the leap of faith. Like I said, I'm really shocked that the Fool card is not here, because what I'm seeing here, and you've got the 7 of coins. Wow. Okay, I just realized that. I hadn't even gotten to that part, even in my own mind. But you really, I mean, really working hard on your money. Which, I mean, aren't we all? Because we are forced to. Our life is spent by trying to get these pieces of paper and bits of metal. And we don't get to enjoy our life. But with you spending so much time on this project or this new idea that you've got here, there might be someone coming to help you. A female fire sign, possibly. Because you've got a Queen of Fire that has clarified on top of the 7 of... 777 is probably a number that you see a lot. There's actually there's 3 7s on the table now, which is ironic as well. But this is the thing that blows my mind. This is why I love tarot. This is why I love using multiple decks. This is why I love using multiple decks, because when you're in your power, and again, you're on my channel because you either are a reader or you are going to be a reader. Even if you don't believe that yourself, because I never thought in a million years I was first of all, dead set against tarot, because like most people, to me, it was the devil, right? But here we are. And so you're here because you are going to be a reader. And I'm not saying I am going to be this magic person who's going to teach you how to do that. You're going to learn it on your own, same as I did. I didn't have anyone help me. I didn't pay a bunch of money. I didn't pay a bunch of money to someone, which I would love to have that program set up, and you guys pay me thousands of dollars so that I could sit here and teach you how to do this very easy thing that is actually much easier than anyone would expect, I guess. But your partner's going to get on board with you. The Lover's card did show up here, and this is out of my one of my newer decks, which I really, really love, the Psychic Readings deck. So your partner's going to get on board, and it's odd too, because, and this is what I'm saying, I love using these multiple decks, because over here you've got the Six of Cups, which is where you're wanting to I'm sorry, this is the Six of Cups here, where you are, or you want to be able to give back, and the Spirit is saying this is new moon in Virgo. This is a time to give rather than take. Which, isn't it always a time to give rather than take? Because it's better to give than to receive. You always want to give more than you receive. So if you're constantly giving, you're going to constantly be receiving. So it's always a time to give. But give to your lover. And whatever it is that they are needing to be reassured in this endeavor that you're trying to do here, because I see you have a lot of options, because you do have the Seven of Cups here. And like I said, I believe there might be a fire sign that's going to show up in your life, and maybe this is the lover. This might be the lover, and she's going to show up, and she's going to be on board, and that's almost now that I'm getting the whole picture here. That's kind of what I'm feeling here, is that this Queen of Fire that you're with is going to get on board with this situation. And because I'm speaking to some more advanced people here, this doesn't necessarily mean that the person you're with, if she's not a fire sign, sun sign, that you're with the wrong person. Don't think that. This means she's got a lot of heavy fire in her chart, and maybe right now, in this instance, she is in those fire signs, based on the placements of, obviously because this is a complex. It's simple but complex, the way everything kind of ties together with the universe. But so I said all that to say this: we have a lot of double clarifying here, because we have the Six of Cups, time to give rather than take, and this is what you're giving to, I think, more than anything than just a person. But you literally had the Seven of Coins clarified on top of the Seven of Pentacles. So this was a divine reading. I knew I had to get on here because somebody out there needs to hear this. Everybody does. That has this Leo North Node in placement. Step out of your comfort zone and do this thing. Trust your intuition. The High Priestess did show up, and that was actually on top of, and that's why I love this, that was on top of the Knight of Swords. So this information, this amazing idea that you have, that you are just flying through the astral realm with this information, or this new idea. Spirit's saying run with it. Spirit's saying go with it. Trust your intuition. Because on top of the The Six of Cups was the Two of Swords, the decision that needs to be made. And based on your decision is going to be, are you going to be able to give or not? So don't sit back in the corner and look and wonder and wait and watch and be in fear of what if it is successful and the amount of success that you have coming to you. Well, in this lifetime, that's what you are to have. You are to have all of the success and all of the abundance and money and sponsors and all of these things. That is what you're here for in this lifetime, and you have to figure it out. Because if you don't, you're going to be right back here again to do it all over again. And I know that this is the lifetime that you will accomplish this, because you're going to move out of that fear. You're going to know the right decision to make, because your Queen of Fire is showing up right on top of the Seven of Cups, which means she's going to help you with that decision so that you don't make the wrong one, because she's going to be on board with you. That's why the Lover's card showed up here too. I know I'm telling the truth. I think that the Ace of Swords would show up here if we kept pulling on these decks. And I'm going to ask what your next step should be in this situation. We're going to ask the Light Seers deck here and find out exactly what the Spirit, what does universe want you to do next. Look at that. Two of Swords again. What you need to do is you need to, oh my goodness. Holy shit. Wow, okay. Wow, yeah, okay. And the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Like, you guys are going through I mean, like, and that's what it is. It's like you're at this buffet. You're at this buffet of choices. You're at this beautiful buffet of choices. But I mean, if you've been to any buffet, you know that you better look really close and figure out what's been sitting for a while, what's a little bit older than it should be, you know, before it even got put out on the buffet. And so there's so many things on your plate here, or not on your plate, I'm sorry, that you want to put on your plate. And there's so much to choose from, and you're really trying to figure this out, what to put on your plate. But you're going to figure it out because the Hierophant showed up here as well. So that in itself, oh, I wonder, sorry about that. My alarms were actually going off. I don't know if that's going to be in the video or not, but who cares? So, like I was saying, the Hierophant showed up. So you guys are on this double journey. I mean, like we all are anyways. You're on this 3D journey as well as the 5D journey. And you're gaining some spiritual wisdom and knowledge also that's going to help to carry you through or on into this next phase of your life. And I think that is part of maybe why the Queen of Fire here, in which would be the Queen of Wands, I believe that's why she's maybe not quite seeing what you see, because she's not maybe quite where you are in the 5D. So maybe you need to help her to elevate and meditate about all of this a little more, possibly. I don't know, but anyways, regardless, you are figuring it out. And so this is going to help to take you out of that comfort zone and push you more into that North Node. Even if you don't look this up, and even if you don't figure out your north node. It's always there pushing you towards that direction. That's why you do get put in those spotlights, because that's where you're supposed to be, in those spotlights. Because you have that ability, you have all the tools in your bag. Yeah, I just can't. I'm blown away at this triple seven of Pentacles. Three different decks. Three different decks. And that's why I love using multiple decks. I've got, I don't even know how many sitting out here right now. I never know how many I'm going to pull. But this is incredible. You're really working hard on your money. I mean, you are really focused on that. And it's going to be worth it. It's all going to be worth it. And with the Temperance on the bottom of the deck, you just need to sit in Temperance. And you know, there's a difference in waiting and being in Temperance. Patience. To me, waiting is almost a negative vibrational thing to be in. But when you're in Temperance, it's a different meaning. There's a fine line, sure, between temperance, patience, or waiting. You're not going to wait. You're going to sit in temperance for the right time to make that move. And with the help of this, your partner, this Queen of Fire, or maybe this is somebody who is, you know, a family member. But anyhow, Three of Wands, yeah, I just think that whatever you were afraid of, whatever your fears are about this situation, about this idea, about this service that you want or have to offer, Spirit is about ready to help you out. What did I say? I knew it. That's it. So I know I'm telling the truth. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is here. So we're going to get a one card from the Kipper deck here. One of my newer favorite additions. I've actually got a story behind this Kipper deck. Some of you already may know it, but I actually ordered it of all places through Wish. See here, the thoughts came up. Oh, okay, yeah, message of concern, and I gotta flip one more. I was told family room. So, and privileged lady. I'm telling you, right now you're really got to figure out how to reassure, or I'm not sure what the word is I'm looking for here, but I guess basically reassure this Queen of Fire that everything's going to be fine. This privileged lady, she has a message of concern. I believe that's the energy this is coming from, is the other person. They have this concern about the thoughts that are going on with themselves about this whole idea, and they're not quite sure. But, you know, and maybe it's because they actually have a little more earth in their chart, and you know, so they think a little more grounded, where you might have a little more air in your chart, and so you want to, you know, take off in flight. But just know that whatever this idea is here is yeah, I had already shuffled this deck. I knew it. Follow your shining star. Follow your instincts, and then be resolute in what you are doing, knowing that you are supported by your angels. Like I said, the support's going to come from your angels, and that's where you need to go, because they're the ones who believe in you. No matter who doesn't believe in you, who doesn't see any of this, the Queen of Fire is going to come around. Don't worry about it. The angels are here to be the ones to support you. So do some more reaching out to your angels and your spirit guides. You know, and I'm take that advice for myself. We can always do that a lot more. Yeah, this is a great message here. I feel really good about this. Is like I feel like you're, what is it, Dragon Ball Z or whatever. Right now you're holding this ball of energy, and you can't wait, and you're really trying to hold on to it because it's actually almost trying to get out of your hands because it needs to. Whatever this is, it needs to get out into the world, and you're not going to be able to hold on to it much longer, whether you want to or not, because just like back in the day when you sat in the corner and you just kind of, watched everything happen, and this is going to be that moment where you take the lead, only you're going to be and stay in that lead. So this is a great read. Very awesome first North Node in Leo read. So now your opposite sign is the Aquarius South Node. So that's where, these kind of creep up with the Two of Swords here. And again, the Two of Swords. So maybe 22. 22 is a number that you see a lot. But this is this is resonating even with me. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and say that oh, see, I got myself confused here. So your South Node is the Aquarius, and it's not time to sit in the corner. And see, if you look here, this guy, you're realizing it, and you're all by yourself here. This is you out meditating, gaining spiritual wisdom, ascending. And you understand this, so it's time. The Spirit is saying it's time. I don't know what other messages that we would have here. It's time to give rather than take. Don't sit back and wait. I did not mean to make that rhyme. It kind of happens all the time. So I'm going to get one oracle card here. And this is from the actually just can't remember the name of this deck. Oh wow. I guess that's what I get for staying up all night long, huh? Lord Shiva. Interesting. I just got this Shiva stone. This is interesting. So I have the Shiva stone, which helps to connect to your higher self. The Hierophant came out here. The Shiva stone is one I have sitting on top of my psychic reading deck, which the Lovers came out. Shiva stone connects to your higher self. The Hierophant's here, the number 5 card. Lord Shiva comes out. Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. So again, this is where the universe is saying, don't worry about everybody else and what they see or believe in you. Keep working on what you're working on. Keep moving towards that goal. And don't set... Here's... I have to say this, I guess, too. We're all been... we've been lied to. We've been told our whole lives to set goals and set goals and set goals and set goals. But, and this is something I just saw Sadhguru say, is, and so many words, I don't know the exact wording he used, but basically, when you set a goal for yourself, that's a limit. You set a limit, actually. You set a cap for yourself. So when you set this goal, now I'm not telling anyone to just throw all your goals away, because, you know, some of your goals are also like your dream vision boards and things like that. But the thing is if you take away those limits, those goals, you actually might get, not even might, but you will get past that, because you don't have any idea where this is going to go. And it's kind of like along the lines of the Taoist, the Tao, De Ching's, you know, going with the flow of the universe, going with the flow, you know, not against the grain. And I think, I know that that's where the place that you guys are coming. This Leo, any of you Leo North Node placements, now maybe this resonates with some of you other, you might just have Leo placements in your chart. Because again, I'm pulling reads for the Leo North Node. And all of my reads are going to be for the North Node. So my next read is going to be the Aquarius North Node, which would have your Leo in the South Node. So then you would be, yeah, you might even be in the spotlight, but really it's going to be, you know, so we won't even get into that because that's not you. But regardless, you're to step in the spotlight that you don't want to step into. So whatever creative idea you've got, creative service that you've got, the world needs it. The world wants it. Put it out. Get it out. You know, don't worry about these fears. Don't be blinded to the opportunities that you aren't even aware of. Because in this Seven of Cups, there's some of them you're not even aware of. What is that? I mean, what in the hell? What is this thing? Like, does anybody know? No, nobody has any. Nobody even knows what it is. So that might be the one to pick, because that's the one the world needs. And you're like, I know what that is. You know, I don't know, but regardless, it's time. It's time. So I hope that resonated. All the ways to get a hold of me, to book a personal read, is obviously in the description box below. I appreciate everybody who has stuck around and waited for me. I apologize for that. This is going to be the new structure for me for a little while here. I've been led to do. I'm enjoying it already. And I thank you for all your likes, comments, subscribes, and shares.